Welcome back, Blizzard Nation, to Strictly Blizzness, episode 40.
40.
Happy 40th, Strictly
Happy 40th.
Blizzness Nation.
Happy 40th.
It's my birthday.
Nation of Blizz.
Yes, I think we said that about every way we could have right there.
40 episodes in. It feels like we're middle-aged now.
Right?
Have we gotten to that point?
I mean, like me personally?
Well,
or yeah, yes.
Yeah, you're 40th.
I am 40 for those of you. Well,
Yeah.
I'm 41 now, but
Yeah,
I
but
think I'm 41. I don't even know where I was born. So.
do you know when your birthday is?
Yes.
Okay. We were going to do something really big for your 40th, but then COVID hit. So
Right
Kirsten
on.
and I had a surprise party
Had some
planned.
shenanigans?
Yeah, we had some great shenanigans. So maybe we'll do it. I can't share too much because maybe
Okay.
we'll do it for your 50th. I don't
Right
know.
on.
Anyway.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks. It's good to be back. You did a great job
Thank
flying
you.
solo.
Tried.
Yeah, you did well.
Yeah.
The jokes didn't quite bounce off anybody.
I didn't even know really to tell that many, just because usually we play off each other. There's no script.
Yeah.
And that probably showed in some of the solo episode there. I just tried to cover some content with some lightheartedness to it, and we were cruising. So
So do you think that because it was just you, that's why it was half the episode?
yeah,
length?
I mean, because usually there's some back and forth or reacting, or one of us stretches a conversation longer than it should be.
What are you trying to say?
Usually me.
Clearly not, because when you were
Clearly.
by yourself,
Right?
it was
No.
shorter. So
I kept like looking at Big Bark for reaction. What do I do? On to the next segment.
rolling. Yeah, I wasn't here last week, and I just want to touch on that a
Sure.
little bit. I knew that if I had come, I would not have been able to hold it together. We had our son-in-law, so our oldest daughter, which is Larry's oldest daughter, Lane, her husband had a very freak thing happen to him. That ended up having emergency surgery on Saturday, and then Saturday night into Sunday, he had a very severe brain bleed, stroke, that has left him pretty much, we don't know
Sure.
at this point. There's very positive signs, so thank you for all of you that have been praying for him. We, as the Trinklers and as the Nowakowskis, have a firm faith and believe that, God's will.
Yep.
We're hoping God's will is that he comes back to us. In our family, he's that silent guy always in the corner that he's always there.
Sure.
So having this happen to him, of all people, it brought us to our knees, literally. So it's been every day at the hospital waiting for a sign, little things to show that he's there. We know he's in there. It's just how much damage has been done. So I appreciate everybody that has taken the time out of their days to pray for him, pray for peace for Lane and their children. And it's going to be a long road, but we have faith that he's going to pull through.
Good to hear
Yeah.
that there's some positive there, and glad to have you back.
Yeah. Thanks. It's good to be back.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool too. I mean, Kathy thanked the Strictly Blizzness folks that have chimed in, either heart emoji'd, care emoji'd, you name it, commented. And one of the cool things is just, I shared last episode too, we love the comments and interaction on the show.
Absolutely.
I think it was Arizona fan that had mentioned a couple of
I
things.
like that
I do
guy.
like Arizona
I really
fan.
do.
I think we can do it behind the scenes. Big Bark informed us that we might be able to show you folks how this show works in an episode down the road.
But then it'll give away all the glamour.
I mean, in theory, Big Bark is a pretty glamorous guy.
he is. Can I hold the camera for that episode? Can I zoom in? He's laughing at me like, no.
He's like, you can physically hold it, but not like I can.
Yeah. So it would be neat to kind of show people how things behind the scenes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I thought another comment too was that I'd be cool with a few where if we can make it work with practice wise, is have a couple players on during the season.
Absolutely.
I think that was always an option for us as long as we don't mess with practice schedule. So
Absolutely. I think whether we have them come in remote or
Sure.
however we do that, segments dedicated to the players, that's absolutely something that we thought of. We tried doing it via Zoom, and that didn't always work. So when we were doing just Zoom instead of this great podcast / it's not even a podcast. It's
I know. I don't know what it is. It's something of its own.
Yeah, it is. Anyway.
When I say big bark,
I say wolf.
welcome back.
Yes.
So speaking of players,
Players.
I think since last time I recorded, we have 3 new ones. We had picked up a pair of defensive linemen and another cornerback. 2 cornerbacks, actually, because we re-signed. Mason Gray's was made public in that time as well. So
Excellent. Mason's a great player. Linemen, we have always struggled finding linemen, so it's nice this early in the process
yeah,
to find some linemen. So that's fantastic. I do want to say something about the IFL website in regards to transactions.
Sure.
There's been a lot of fodder out there. We can't see who's signing to what team. And this device versus a laptop is the key for our IFL website. So we work with, go ahead and say who it is. Sidearm Sports.
Okay.
For the design of the
That's on me.
websites.
I missed that cue.
Yeah. For the design of the websites, and all of the websites are set up on that same platform. It's just that when you navigate, some things work great on the
mobile.
phone,
Sure.
mobile, and are set up for mobile, while others are set up for the PC. So literally, all you have to do is this with your phone. So if you're looking at it this way, turn it to the landscape, and you'll see which team.
Got it.
So if you look at it in portrait, it just shows the player and their position.
Okay.
When you turn your phone,
It shows everything.
you'll
Got
see
it. Huh.
you'll see who they
Who
signed
knew?
with.
Knowing's half the battle.
Yeah, knowing is half the battle. So anyway, that's just something for everybody that's out there. We haven't incorporated the logos yet, so now it would just say Green Bay Blizzard, Mason Gray,
Okay.
in his position. So that's awesome.
Very awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. We're cruising on the player front, and more to come soon. So
Speaking of Arizona,
yeah.
Monday, December 6th, is Kevin Guy's birthday.
Really?
Yes. So
Oh,
Kevin
all
just
sorts of birthday news
It is.
today.
So Kevin celebrated a birthday on Monday. And that was also, as I call it, the introduction to the Christmas season because it is St. Nick Day.
Got it. Return of the Elves in certain households as well.
And
The
return
elf on
of
the
the
notorious
elf.
shelf.
On the shelf. My elf is never on a shelf. It's always into some,
Shenanigans again.
real precarious type
Yeah.
things. I mean, our elf is kind of weird. She does some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
She has like these lines that she scales in on
Yeah.
from the upstairs to the.
She's got a repelling kit or
She's
a
got a
grappling
repelling
hook.
kit.
Grappling hook!
She does have a grappling hook, as a matter of fact, and usually she's wearing her skis when she does that. I don't know what she's
Certain
thinking
trick
she's gonna
arrows
do.
like Hawkeye. Relevant.
Ooh, very relevant. Have you been watching?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what a show! I stopped in over the weekend at Madison. Helen had a dance performance, and I walked in, and all of her roommates were watching Hawkeye. And I was like,
Really? That's awesome.
I now like you guys a
Even
lot.
more.
Even more.
You're invited to family Christmas.
Just because.
Nice.
No, I mean, he's a great actor.
Yeah. It's outstanding.
She's growing on me. I mean, she's
Yeah.
a good actress, but at first I was like, but now she's growing on me.
I thought
so.
she was good in Bumblebee. And then
was.
she kind of made her mark in Pitch Perfect is where she got going. So,
Right.
which was a singing movie for a singer.
Right,
So, yep.
right. Yeah.
So we do have a Corey segment today. Should we kick it to Corey?
We do. What is it about, Ryan?
Let's find out from Corey. I do want to give a shout out because Corey had asked though too. So a lot of that footage has come from Tom Fasanelli. Did I get that right?
Yes, we had said that early on
Okay.
that he was going to be using Tom's when we were talking about the rules just in general.
Yeah.
And how Tom sends out those videos each week before game day to all
Who
of
is
the
Tom
refs.
to the league for a reminder?
He is our director of officiating.
Okay.
So he heads up all officiating. He's part of the review of all of the games. I mean, literally on game weekend, he's got multiple TVs set up.
Awesome.
Trying to watch everything that the referees are doing. So they technically report up into him,
Got
into
it.
his office. He's also in charge of all the people that do, because every game is reviewed.
Okay.
So he's not doing that all himself. He has
A
people
crew
that do
people.
that.
Got it.
So yeah, although that footage, Corey's right.
Yeah.
does
So
come from
shout
Tom.
out to Tom and let's see what Coach has to say.
Welcome, Blizz Nation. This is your head coach, Corey Roberson, here to teach you the rules of the game. All right, here we're going to talk about defensive line play. At the snap of the ball, All defenders, defensive line has to be in the 3-point or 4-point stance. No one could be standing up, so that meaning 3-point or 4-point, they have to have their hands on the ground. Either one hand or two hands has to be touching the ground at the snap of the ball. Here you see at the snap of the ball, you see the young man on the opposing team. We must have hard snapped him here, and he jumps. You can see right here, two guys, the nose guard and the defensive end. And if it wasn't a penalty thrown, we would have been able to challenge that just based on specific rules to our game or things that we can challenge. And they would have slowed that down frame by frame and created a foul because the young man was not down in the 3-point or 4-point stance at the snap of the ball. Thank you for tuning in. This is your head coach, Corey Roberson, here to teach you the rules of the game. Go Blizz.
I do love checking in with Coach on these segments, and I think our fans do as well.
Yeah, I think, as he unfolds stuff and once the season starts,
right,
he can start to talk about
that was a really bad call.
Yeah, this one made me send a message to Tom. Yeah.
Cool.
What else do we got?
We got some fun. So the promo schedule video is coming this week.
Hey, speaking of videos.
Yeah, we do have some other video footage
we do have
of
some other videos.
Particular Blizzard staff member.
Sorry, Joey. So I had along with going to Madison this weekend to watch Helen perform, I got to see Joey perform.
Yeah.
Joey Bonadonna got to perform at what's called the Academy Awards at Notre Dame Academy. It used to be called Mr. NDA.
A lot of academies in that sentence.
Well,
because of Notre Dame Academy.
Because of Notre Dame Academy. So it used to be just the guys coming out and creating like a farce around pageant, So I have to give credit to these guys because most of their juniors or seniors, they get voted in by their classmates to do this.
Well, that's cool.
Performing. They had I'm telling you, Ryan, it was fantastic. There were two dance numbers where one was a woman or a female, one was a male, but they had the glow suits on.
Oh, sure.
So
like the ones you see on AGT and all those.
Yeah, the whole theater is dark. And then all of a sudden you see these lights appear.
That's cool. I like those.
They were fantastic. So these kids put a lot of thought. Well, most of them do. They had one that put zero thought into all of his presentation. Nice. But Lighthouse was there doing the lights. And
really?
Yeah. So
we do love those guys.
We do love Lighthouse.
Yeah.
They're one of our partners. So they did a great job. And Joey did a spin on Waterboy. So he had a very short-lived football career at Notre Dame. And as we know, he's into more sports writing and sports commentary. But he did a little clip, which was a spin-off of Saturday Night Fever, which I have to say I loved. Mostly because I love that song, but it was really cool.
Do you think he'll ever commentate again if we let Blizz Nation see it? Because I think we're about to let Blizz Nation see some of it.
Blizz Nation is going to see a clip of it, him walking down the streets to a particular tune.
On that note, watch for a posting for Game Day Commentator on GreenBayBlizzard.com.
I just look at this as this is just that much more.
Right.
It shows how well-rounded he is.
Yes.
Because he also put a dance number together around being a water boy, where he had his little Gatorade water bottle and he was doing these nice. Yeah, you got to see it.
You want to hit him with it, Big Bark?
Do you think you could do that, Big Bark? Yeah, he's saying yeah. Okay. It'll be in there somewhere. Maybe not right there, but somewhere.
Nice. So yeah, we have a lot of fun, as do our staff members. So.
Yeah, so I like to see that talent, any creative talent. So speaking of creative talent, you want to unpack the promo schedule? I
do, actually. And more details will come on a lot of stuff. And the Big Bark inspired video will have all that in a fun fashion as well.
All right.
It's funny you should mention Lighthouse. But thanks to our friends at Lighthouse and a new partner who we will share coming up this week in Cousin Subs, returning to the Blizzard family, we have a winter weather advisory for the home opener. And we will share that will be at some point closer, just not yet. Okay. Because we want the excitement.
That was
of them
his
coming
way
together.
of telling me don't share it. That's what that was. he knew
There's a
where I was
winter
going.
and weather advisory indoors.
Yes.
For the home opener. And it will be laser show cool. All puns intended.
That'd be really neat to see how that's all gonna.
Yeah.
Does he do any laser at the beginning of the show? Or beginning of the, like when we
Player intros?
Is he going to do any kind of extra something that I know we set up for the laser show after
Right.
the game, but is he going to have anything set up to do at the very beginning?
Maybe. Okay. Who knows? This is a new thing for us, so it's going to be fun. So I know everyone's like, well, that's not really naming what the promo is for the game one. You're right, but you'll want to be at the home opener. So, and again, as we flip the calendar year, you'll see what that's going to be. So not see, but know why you should be at that game.
That's going to be a good game, a big game.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Game 2 is the welcome back laser show and the kids jersey giveaway. So I don't think there's a chance that game doesn't sell out. So when tickets go on sale, no sales pitch or anything, you should probably scoop that one because that is kids 12 and under free with purchase an adult ticket. Youth jersey for the first 1,000 kids 12 and under. Post-game laser show, Dash for Cash. So
Dash for Cash
by the
is in
time
there too? Oh my gosh.
3,000 school kids are in the building supporting their school, there's roughly 3,500 tickets left because of closing above the party pit. So once that game goes up, I would suggest getting that one because that game
or you're going to be
much,
renting a suite.
Right. That game pretty much sold out without the jersey stacked on top the laser show. And thanks to some incredible partners at Kids Dental and Aurora Baycare who have played nice with each other, the jersey and laser show will combine this year. So we just thought it made sense for 12 and under to get a jersey, get in free while supplies last, all that jazz.
Yeah,
so.
and the jerseys are going to look cool.
They will.
They're going to look really cool.
They're
going to be a little different.
They will not look like my car. We're fixing that as we speak. There will not be teal in them.
No, the original mock-up did have teal.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Game 3.
Game 3. So, speaking of Aurora, I do want to give a special shout out to Aurora because that is where Jeremy is.
Good call.
And the staff at Aurora. I mean, we deal with them from our players and being a partner with the Blizzard, but we have got to see firsthand how that hospital works, and the neuro team has been phenomenal. And we, by chance, have the best doc in Green Bay. He's the neurologist for the Packers. So,
awesome.
I mean, just the caliber of individuals, and especially the nurses on that staff. All you ladies up there and gentlemen, that third floor ICU, spectacular hospitality as best you can be in an ICU. I mean, they've got stuff to do, but they literally saved his life the night after his surgery. Had a nurse not been paying attention to the signs, we would not have him here today. So
awesome.
Big shout out to them. Beyond just partnership.
Very cool.
Watching them in action has been pretty cool.
That's great to hear. Good call.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay.
Game 3. Game 3 falls on Easter weekend, and I bet fans are like, oh man, Friday, Good Friday, or Sunday, Easter Sunday. Nope, we have the Saturday. So those of you folks in town hanging out with family, we have again. So the laser show will be a 6:05 because we want it starting earlier,
right.
And the Easter extravaganza will also be a 6:05, so you can get home, sleep for church, Easter bunny stuff, all that jazz. And we're going to have inflatables. The Wonka bar is coming back with a golden ticket giveaway with our friends from Skee Ball. And then a brand new partner involved in that one, LP Building Solutions, as of last week. So
yeah, very cool.
Yeah,
great job
Wonka
on that.
bar will come back.
Yes.
So that Wonka bar game was awesome in 2017.
So does that mean I get to be Wilhelmina again?
I was hoping you would let the cat out of the bag on that one. Maybe Wilhelmina
Wonka might be there.
That and charcuterie board are words I really struggle with, I found out this week. Charcuterie board. Did I get it? No, okay. Wilhelmina Wonka.
So we call it a charcuterie board now because it's just easier. So
I wish I had something fun like that for it.
Yeah, no. Anyway.
So yes, we may see Wilhelmina Wonka return.
If I can find all of that again. Anyway.
Fourth game, April 24th, Sunday, 3:05, Faith and Family Day. More news coming on that one soon. But
that's a big one.
Those of you guys who followed 2020 knew we had Sanctus Real in the works, and Kathy and I are stubborn, persistent, whichever word you want to use. We're trying to add something fun to that game. It's just not public yet.
Right.
So Faith and Family Day, thanks to Ken Sports and some other new partners that might join on that one, depending on what other else we figure out. So
Still stuff in the works.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
More to come.
May is fun, especially for the two folks right here, because we have Movie Mayhem or Blizzard at the box office. Whichever one you like.
Look at that
Yep.
spin.
So we're going full on movie theme for both two May games. So Multiverse of Madness will come out in May. So 13th is Superhero Day night. And that is thanks to our always
It
love
doesn't necessarily have to be a hero, though.
No.
It could be the person that the hero fights,
Yeah,
right?
we got someone that loves that over here. So,
So just, you know.
and that one's thanks to our always nerdy friends at Asphalt Seal and Repair. They love doing lightsabers, bobbleheads, anything real quirky we do, or any of the superhero stuff. And then we always have Marcus Theaters involved and Gnome Games. The second one is really fun as well. So, Mr. Tom Cruise, after many, many years, has the sequel to Top Gun coming out, Maverick. So, May 20th, Friday night, Maverick night. We're working with Replay to potentially have a beach volleyball game leading up to that, too, tournament. So,
Shirtless?
yeah, so shoes, shirt required to enter the Resch Center, as there most likely will be Maverick costumes in play. That does not mean you can come shirtless to Maverick night. So just to clarify.
So don your dog tags.
Yes.
Get your
Or
flight
find a
jackets
jumpsuit,
out.
absolutely.
Jumpsuits.
Because we have the need for speed in the skies
they
against
do
the
that.
Iowa Barnstormers
Yeah, they do that.
on May 20th.
So it won't be strictly Blizzness. It's going to be, I have the need for speed. Yeah. Anyway.
June 3rd, military night. So we'll have the block party, free tickets for those who serve with a valid military ID at the box office.
Is that a Friday or?
It's a Friday night.
It's Friday.
So that's what I really like about the schedule, and we'll get to the end of it, is it'll go Sunday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the last four are all Friday nights as we hit warm weather months. So we're working on what halftime will look like for that, but the block party will be back for that one and all the normal fun we have outside for that one.
Yeah. Awesome.
And then we wrap the season on June 17th on 90s night. Any excuse the two of us have to get in costume or be forced to get in costume. We will do, and we will lead the witness, Blizzard Nation, all up until 90s night, because
Yes,
everything
you
is in
won't know.
bounce.
Yeah.
Video game characters, movie characters, you name it, because there are some great movies from the 90s. So
Yes. Yeah. And there's great movies that are coming out. I mean, Matrix
Yep.
coming out. I mean, it's not Reloaded, but it's like reloading
Yep.
it. That one's coming out in like 2 weeks, so we'll be talking about that as well. I might
Yes.
have to wear that costume that day. don't
I
know.
mean, I've seen that
yeah.
pretty good Trinity. So
Yeah.
I got to rewind. So military night is Nicolay Bank. So thanks, Nicolay, potentially with one more partner coming on. And
nice.
then 90s night, our folks at Radisson, because it's going to, 90s night is going to have Green Bay's largest game of Singo. Those of you familiar with Singo. So singing bingo. With 90s tune only on 90s night with prizes, and our friends at Radisson are going to get involved, and we're going to have some fun.
I'm sure IXX is going to love that one.
They
too.
will, yeah. So I believe Otis actually hosts Singo in town at multiple different Anduzzi's and Stadium View, and yeah, so he'll be all over that as well.
I
Nick.
love Singo. So
Yeah.
I don't normally know the artist, but
Yeah.
man, you start
It'll be
lyrics
fun.
and I am in. I am so in as to what the song is. So
So we're gonna have some fun, and there'll be again a more content-filled video a little bit later this week.
excellent.
I'm excited. Every time I look at the board
can't
going
tell.
into Blizzard Nation, it's just really into the Blizzard office. It's just cool. So it'll be a fun year.
The Blizzard office has taken a little new shape.
It has. So we gained a front office member who we introduced a couple episodes ago, and we just thought it would make it feel like home to him and just more space in there now. So
And the last time I came in there, he's starting to look like you now.
He
So
did
we have like Ryan
he had glasses
2.0.
on and a hat, and,
Yeah.
and his name is Ryan. So yeah, I have a doppelganger right now.
Yes, we have Ryan squared.
This one probably can play football though.
He did.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and he has coached too. So
Yep.
I think we could put him in a real position on the field.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's fair. I'll allow that.
You could be the water boy.
Oh,
though.
thank you.
Oh no, I'm
I'll be
sorry.
hanging out with you, Joey.
Joey is the water boy.
Yep.
I apologize. Yes,
That was a good welcome back, content-filled episode.
it was. It was very nice. Good to be back.
You got anything else?
I don't. I do have a pet peeve.
There we go.
I do. I do have a pet peeve. So
She looked at me.
as
I wonder if I'm
you
the pet
are not
peeve.
the pet
Okay.
peeve. No. So as you know, I drive almost
Too fast. Go ahead.
Well, that has part to do with my pet
Okay.
peeve. But so this is almost an hour to get here for my day.
From your place.
From where I
Yeah.
live, right? So I'm driving an hour. And yes, I am not always leaving when I should. So yes, I do tend to go a little bit faster. That means I use the left lane. Now, what is the left lane used for, Ryan?
Passing.
Passing. It is not
It's actually
used.
a law now, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it
Yes.
is in Wisconsin? Yeah.
Yes. So if you're in the left lane and you have people going well over the speed limit to get past you, it's not because they like you in that lane. It's because you should be in the right-hand lane. So I'm on my way here today, and this lovely individual, I mean, there had to have been, because now I'm far back, and I can see ahead, because it's pretty flat where this happened. All these people are passing him, and he's got out-of-state plates. I won't
Sure.
mention the state. Had something to do with it, I think. But everybody's passing him. And he doesn't get the clue. So finally, when he gets the clue, he goes over to the right-hand side, and I felt so bad for all the people that thought they were going to pass him
On
and
the
then
right.
didn't.
Or on the, yeah. Yep.
So it's 70 miles an hour in this area. I'm not kidding you. As I'm passing him, he's going maybe 45.
Oh, boy.
And why is he going 45? Because on the right-hand side, on an off-ramp, so not even on the highway, is a cop car that's taking care of a disabled vehicle. So there's nobody in it. It's not an accident, but he was being the looky-loo.
Sure.
Ugh, pet peeve. It's just a pet peeve. If you're in the left lane, be passing. And if you're not passing,
Do left lane things.
move over.
Yes.
Okay.
Got it in.
I'm done now.
At the buzzer.
I'm done now.
Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him.
Go, Blizz.
Go, Blizz.
Oh, I did.
Did you forget already? Do we need to do that again?
You need it again, or you just using
Okay.
that? Got. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Should we hit
Are
him?
you ready is really the question.
I did the last episode.
No, that was more. You did something.
Really bad.
It should have looked like this, but it came off as more of a like this. So
Should we hit him
Power
with it?
Rangers.
All right,
I'm
let's
not
try that
sure.
again.
All right. Go,
Go,
Blizz.
Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
Subscribe
share.
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.